Are you drawn to the world of videography?
I don't wanna see you.
A world brought to life through the lens of your camera. Some argue that videographer needs a real cinema camera. But what is a real camera? Now more than ever, there are countless ways to bring your vision to life. And our camera is just one of those tools that can help you do just that. But it begs the question, will the Canon R6 still be viable? Welcome to my exploration of the Canon R6 for video. On a recent shoot with the Canon R6, a video shoot, I actually ran into a huge problem that I managed to overcome. Well, sort of. I'm gonna lay out the situation for you. I was tasked to shoot 6 interviews in a day, and I did so using my Canon C70 that I'm using to shoot this video, as well as my Canon R6 as a B cam. And as I knew I'm gonna be shooting for more or less a full day, not continuously, but 6 interviews throughout a day. So I paired it with my Ninja 5 and I felt fairly certain that I could just continue shooting. But the problem that sort of arose in interview number 2 was that I shot fairly shallow depth of field, f1.8 I think it was, and the Canon R6 was a B cam, so it was in a profile set and the talent kept moving. So I became worried that the R6 wasn't keeping up with the autofocus, the eye tracking. So I did a mistake because I kept clicking the screen to ensure and check, did the R6 keep autofocus? And by doing so, I made the R6 overheat. Yes, that's not an ideal situation. When you are on set with a paying client, it's not the best, to say the least, to be able to tell your client, I'm sorry, my camera's overheating, can we do this another day? You just don't. So I just knew I had to find a solution, a quick solution to be able to continue with the day. So I just turned on my R6. I was really lucky because the overheat, I still managed to sort of finish interview number 2. So I said, can we take a short recess? I need a 25 minutes break. So I pushed it in the fridge and I just started to think, okay, how can we do this? How can we overcome this? So I just decided to let go of the idea of a shallow depth of field. I switched the R6, I collected it from the fridge. I put it in manual mode, manual focus mode, and put the aperture to f5.6. By doing so, I could ensure with a longer depth of field, can you say longer? Deeper dip. With a deeper depth of field. I could ensure that I kept focus throughout the interview. So with this change, I actually managed to go the 6th interview the day long, but that's a bad compromise still, because if I want to shoot a shallow depth of field, I should be able to do that. So I spent the next 3 weeks focusing on, I need to find a solution, a viable solution, to be able to use the Canon R6 as a B cam for a full day of videography. And I'm really happy after 3 weeks, I actually managed to run the R6 combined with my Ninja 5 for over 5 hours continuous recording in 4K. If you're curious on how I did that, go check out this video. But except for that sort of very specific problem with the R6, that it might overheat if you're like me, curious about autofocus and some other aspects, I still think that the Canon R6 in 2023 is one of the best camera money can buy currently, because the price point on the R6 now, the Mark 1, makes it a super viable camera. And if you also use it for photography, that I do, I still think it's an amazing camera. And in this video, I will go over everything I love with it and the few things I still think might be a problem, but they are all manageable. So if you stay to the end, I think you will get something out of this video. I believe that the Canon EOS R6 is one of the best cameras on the market for beginner and intermediate videographers. Let me tell you why. First of all, let's talk about the advanced autofocus system of the EOS R6. This system makes it easy to capture sharp footage even in challenging lighting conditions. With 6072 selectable AF points and dual pixel CMOS AF, the camera can track your subjects quickly and accurately, ensuring that your footage is always in focus, looking sharp and crispy. Additionally, the camera's in-body image stabilization, or IBIS, allows you to shoot handheld without worrying about camera shakes, providing stability and smooth footage even when you are shooting in fairly challenging environments. The EOS R6 low-light capabilities are also fantastic for indoor shooting, which is great for those who are just starting out and may not have access to expensive lighting equipment. With a maximum ISO of 102,400, yes, crazy, the camera can capture clear and sharp footage even in very dimly lit situations. The vari-angle LCD touchscreen of the camera is also incredibly useful for shooting video. It's allowing you to easily shoot from a variety of angles without having to contort your body into uncomfortable positions. Plus, with its weather-sealed body, you don't have to worry too much about environmental conditions affecting your precious equipment. Another great feature of the Canon EOS R6 is its ability to shoot 4K video at up to 60 frames per second, which is perfect for creating high-quality videos with a cinematic look and feel. And with its built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity, you can easily transfer your footage to your computer or mobile device for editing and sharing on the fly. And this is actually a feature that I use on almost every single corporate event, and it gives very happy clients, because it gives me the ability to give them a few photos and videos on the fly while shooting the event for the client to post on social. Its size, that isn't unique for mirrorless, but compared to many cinema cameras, it makes it a great camera for gimbal work or when you need to film in tight spaces, typically in a car or environments like that. Finally, the EOS R6 has the ability to shoot in both C-Log and C-Log 3, which are log gamma curves and provides greater dynamic range and flexibility in post-production. Basically, it means that when doing color grading in post-production, it gives the ability to give you more cinematic footage. If you're not familiar with log, I have a video on my channel titled "What is log?" and that covers everything you need to know about log. I also have a video specifically covering correct exposure and log, C-Log 3, for the Canon EOS R6. Go check them out after this video. While the EOS R6 is a fantastic camera for beginner and intermediate videographers, it has a few minor issues that users should be aware of. One of the most common issues with the camera is its battery life, which can be a little bit limited, especially when shooting a lot of video for longer periods of time. While it's possible to push the camera's limits to get up to 5 hours of continuous shooting, carrying extra batteries is always a good idea. My solution is to use dummy batteries to V-mount, but you can also use dummy batteries to USB-C or AC adapters, but you should always stack up on batteries. Another issue with the EOS R6 is that it can experience overheating when shooting 4K video for extended periods of time. I have a video covering everything you need to know about overheating on the Canon EOS R6 and how to fix it. I'll link it here. In the video, I provide various tips and techniques for keeping the camera cool during extended 4K video shoots. Some users has also reported minor issues with the camera's autofocus system, particularly when it comes to tracking moving subjects in low light conditions, which, to be fair, most other cameras struggle with as well. While the EOS R6 autofocus system is generally excellent and has never failed me when doing photography, it's important to be aware of these limitations for video and adjust your shooting techniques accordingly. While the EOS R6 vari-angle touchscreen LCD is incredibly useful for shooting video from a variety of angles, it's not that bright and it can be a problem if shooting in sunny environments, but this can be mitigated with a bright 2000 nits external monitor, and it's not a significant problem for most users. Overall, I think it's one of the best cameras on the market for beginner and intermediate videographers, especially in 2023 with its current price point. Its advanced autofocus system, in-body image stabilization IBIS, superb performance in low-light conditions, and its high-speed shooting capabilities, packed in a small enough body for gimbal work, makes it an excellent tool for capturing stunning footage in almost any environment. The camera has a few minor issues, such as limited battery life and the potential for overheating needed when shooting 4K video for extended periods, these can be easily mitigated with some preparations and planning or rigging. If you want to learn more about videography and content creation, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more tips, tutorials and reviews like this. I really hope this video has been helpful to you in providing more information about the Canon EOS R6 and its capabilities. If you are in the market for a new camera, I really recommend checking out the Canon EOS R6 or this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.